HarperCollins presents The Santorini Writing Retreat by Eva Glyn, read by Melanie Crawley. For the strangers who became friends during Rosanna Leigh's writing retreats at Finca El Cerillo. Wednesday, the 30th of August. And above all, don't forget there needs to be a terrible secret at the heart of the story. Jo closed her agent's email and set her phone on the windowsill, resting her forehead on the glass. Oh, the irony. Below her, Curtis the gardener was sweeping hedge trimmings from the broad expanse of the drive. In about half an hour, she'd make him a mug of coffee, and they'd talk about everything he needed to do while she was away. What daffodil bulbs to buy for the spring, which of the perennials were worth dividing, and whether the lawn needed an autumn feed. It would be bliss, losing herself in his enthusiasm. To be able to share your love for something was such a gift. A gift she didn't possess. However hard she tried, she couldn't love writing, not anymore. So why the hell had she ever agreed to lead a kickstart your novel retreat, of all things? She needed more than a boot up her ass to put pen to paper herself. Her chest tightened, her heart thudding ominously. She couldn't do it. She really couldn't. Just the thought of standing in front of people. But she'd committed, so backing out now wasn't an option either. Slowly, Jo lifted her head from the cool glass and gazed out over Wimbledon Common. The grass had faded to its end-of-summer yellowish beige. It would be good to get away, for so many reasons. She just had to keep telling herself that. Every few minutes, if necessary, until she was on that plane and the doors were shut. Turning, she eyed the suitcases lying open on the dressing-room floor. Authoring clothes, palazzo pants in neutral colours, tunic tops, plain or with subtle designs, a sundress or two, a couple of pashminas in case the aircon was aggressive or the nights became cool. Could she get away with flip-flops? Probably. The wide trousers hid a multiple of sins. She gazed down regretfully at her cut-off leggings and hooded sweatshirt. Maybe she'd take some to wear in her room. But no, even on days off she'd still be on duty. She'd still be Jessica Rose. Perhaps a change of writing attire would do her good. She'd never thought of it before, but maybe sitting in front of her laptop dressed as Jessica would make a difference. God, she was clutching at straws. This whole writing retreat business was one great big frigging straw. No, she couldn't do it. Yes, she had to. Jo clenched her hands into fists. Breathe. Breathe and calm down. This time tomorrow she'd be on Santorini, and everything would feel different. From the photos she'd seen online, the retreat house was just the oasis of calm she needed. There'd be sun on her back and a couple of 1,000 miles between her and Reese. That's why she'd agreed to this craziness, really. That and about a bottle and a half of wine inside her when the email inviting her had arrived. Never the best time to make decisions. But putting distance between her and Reese was definitely a good one. She always struggled to pinpoint exactly when her marriage had gone wrong. Maybe a slightly premature 7-year itch, but it felt like more than that. It had to be. Reese was on at least his second affair, and, what was almost worse, she didn't give a damn. She only wished she could escape this gilded prison. What a frigging cliché. If one of her students at the retreat wanted to use the phrase, she'd certainly advise them against it. One of her students. The reality hit home, punching Jo so hard it almost winded her. She sank onto the stool next to the dressing table.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?